Hello everyone, welcome back to another reaction video. Thank you all to the new subscribers. Thank you all for showing your support by liking the videos, commenting, and sharing the videos as well. So we're going to get into a live that Olivia did, I believe it was yesterday. So let's go ahead and jump right in.
Halle Bailey, whatever her name is. Her and the DDG situation, I think it is so sad. It is so sad, man, how people just, ugh, gosh, man. Swear. It's just sad on both parts, you know? I'm not going to say she's the only sad one because he had no business putting his hands on her. But, like, now, of course, she's requesting for full custody and she doesn't want him to see the kid. It's just like the fucking games people play with their kids. It's like, okay, I understand getting your justice, call the police, lock his ass up, but why are you trying to take custody? That's still the nigga you had kids? Okay, excuse me, Olivia. I'm not trying to cuss. And I'm not trying to keep saying the N-word either. I'm trying to do better. So correct me if I say the N-word and correct me if I cuss, okay? Because I don't want to talk like that anymore. That's still the father of your child, babe. You chose to lay down and have that baby with him. Why? I understand. He made a mistake. He had no business putting his hands on her. And I'm gonna do another video on TikTok about this. He had no business and he is so wrong. He should go to domestic violence classes. He should do whatever he needs to do to pay for doing that. But why take his child away from him? See, that is the tactic. That's what you gotta do. You gotta play that dirty game. That dirty game, bro. It's like, ugh, that is such a dirty game. I understand her getting custody too. But that's why she did what she did. Because she was, you know, she played the game and she, you know. I mean, I guess, you know, I don't know. It's just so icky. It's so icky, that whole situation. And I was never that type of woman. I'm still not that type of woman. You guys, let me tell you guys something. AJ's dad does nothing for him. Nothing. He doesn't even care if the boy eats. He doesn't care. I know he doesn't care. But it's like, if he wanted to see his son tomorrow, I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say no. Now, he would have to go through steps to see him. Like, I mean, like, and I would have to know he wants to be consistent in his life. Number one, if he wants to be consistent, he could see him, of course. But, like, he could see him. Like, I wouldn't, what's the point? I'm wrong about this one. How so? How so, you guys?
If Olivia never went through what she's going through when it comes to her having 3 of her children taken by the father, I'm wondering if that had never been her situation, would she still be rallying on the side of this situation? Because I noticed ever since she's been in this situation, she's been going real hard for a lot of men. And I'm not saying in some cases it's not valid, but I don't understand why she's fighting so hard with this. Because my thing is, if you are physically abusive, you're showing that you're violent towards me as a woman, as the mother of your children or child. I'm going to feel that you can possibly have those same tendencies towards our child or children as well. So I don't think Halle was wrong in what she did. DDG was very abusive towards her. I mean, she showed proof that she had bruises on her arms. She showed proof that her tooth was chipped from where he, you know, rammed her head on the steering wheel or the dashboard. So, and she said he's also been verbally abusive. And we don't know how long this has been going on, but she finally filed a restraining order. It was even said that this man showed up in her home when she wasn't there, took a picture of her bedroom, and I think he was emphasizing taking a picture of her bed, and then text her to let her know that he was in her room. Like, that's some creepy stuff. So, as a mother, I'm going to be trying to do everything I can to protect my child or my children. I don't feel that Halle was doing the most. I don't feel she was weaponizing the police or the restraining order or the courts against DDG. I think she had a valid reason to do what she did. Because again, if a man can be violent towards a woman, what makes you think he ain't going to be violent towards a child? And this is why I will forever say women need to vet these men properly before they lay down with them and be intimate with these men and have babies, because it's more than just a handsome face. And for men, you got to look beyond what the outer aesthetics look like. It can't just be all about the hair, the skin, the body, the eyes. Like, that's why a lot of men be in some jacked up situations too. But I just feel, even in the situation that Olivia said in regards to Zolo, once again, you should have vetted this man. Because had you really vetted this man, you would have known what type of man he was going to be and what type of father he was going to be. But I think it is very much sad on, as it pertains to AJ, because this is who his father is. And this man has not showed up at all for this little boy. And some may argue that Zolo is staying away because he don't want to deal with Olivia, but I have to say the same thing applies to him. He should have vetted this woman, and he should have made sure that this is the type of woman that he wanted to be with. Because if you're having sex with someone, there has to be the understanding that there's a possibility that this person can get pregnant. I don't feel it excuses the fact that he can't show up in some ways. Like, he can't show up financially. Like, I'm just saying, if you don't feel that Olivia's going to do right with the money, then buy AJ clothes and mail it to her. There's so many ways he can go about it if he really want to be a father.
I'm good. How so am I wrong? My bitches shaking ass with their hands out. Ooh. Okay, let me type these dishes. But I would love to know how I'm wrong. What waist trainer do you use? I will have the info on the waist trainers very soon, guys. Someone said the lies. Look, you guys, we're not going to do the negative stuff here, okay? We're not going to do that. Okay? If you guys feel negatively about me, just go, okay? Just leave. Just leave. They most definitely have it in them to beat on the child. So y'all telling me, say your man cheated on you, okay? Sorry, my thing's making a noise. Say your man cheated on you, okay? You found out, you slapped the dog shit out of him. Ooh, I cussed. Did I say the N-word? I think I said man, right? Say your man cheated on you. You found out and you slapped the mess out of him, okay? Not right. It's not right to slap your man no matter what he does, and vice versa. It's not right for the man to slap a woman no matter what she does. Okay, so does that mean that you're gonna beat on your kids because you slapped the ish out of your man? Is that what that means?
Olivia, I don't know if you're trying to be funny here or if you're being serious. But to answer your question, it's not the same. To compare a woman being upset because a man cheated on her and she slaps him versus a man physically being abusive to a woman, because he was abusive to the point where it left bruises on her body. He was abusive to the point where she has a chipped tooth. Like, Olivia, you gotta know that's different. And I feel you're really trying to drive this point because you're trying to find another situation that validates the situation that you're in. And it's not the same, Olivia. I feel you keep trying to find other people's situations that mirrors what it is that you're going through as a way to further say what's being done to me is wrong. But this situation is nowhere near what your situation is. This woman was abused physically by the father of her child, by someone that she was with, someone that she was in a relationship with. But I'm just going to make sure I incorporate allegedly, although there are documents showing where she showed pictures that she took of bruises on her arms of the chipped tooth. But I will say allegedly, just to make sure I'm covering myself. But I just feel that As for you to be a woman, Olivia, and you have said you have been in multiple domestic abusive relationships, I'm very surprised by the fact that you're taking this stance in this situation. Because you said that Gerard was physically abusive towards you or to you, and not too long ago you said that Gerard was physically abusive to your oldest daughter. So it's like you're trying to form an argument that really doesn't make sense because you've already established here on this platform that Gerard was abusive to you and to your oldest daughter. And you've made it a point to say that he beats your children. So it's like, it's not making sense.
Okay, so are you guys saying, do you think that the abuse started after the baby was born? I'm not saying he had a reason to put his hands on her. No. In his mind, he did, right? But I'm just saying, it's just not right. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right at all. I don't agree. We can agree to disagree, you guys, because I don't think that's right. I don't think you use kids as a, it doesn't matter whether, we're talking about DDG. The child is his child also, exactly. Look, it's okay. We don't have to agree. Like I said, it's not okay. It's not okay. All of it is just not okay. Like I said, if he went and did the proper steps to like handle himself, I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's about protecting the child. Well, she should have just not had a baby with him. She knew exactly who he was when she had a baby with him. I don't know how long they were together, but I know they were together for a minute.
So you're saying that, Olivia, okay, let me gather my thoughts here. Because I find your response very strange. You literally just got through saying how Zolo does nothing for your son at all. You've come on here and you have shared how you felt about him as a father to AJ and how he doesn't call AJ. He didn't call him on his birthday. He's never seen him in person. He doesn't care if he eats. He does nothing. But yet, you're coming on here and you're saying this, but isn't it your fault? According to you, it's your fault because you knew who this man was. So why are you on here complaining? I just think it's a stretch, to make it seem as if Halle should have known that this man one day was going to, become physically abusive. Because a lot of times these people, although I still stand 10 toes in what I say about vetting people, because if you vet these people long enough, you will start to see red flags. But to go so far as to say she should have known, like she should have known that this man one day was going to turn abusive, I just don't feel, and I don't know how long they dated. I don't think they dated that long before she did get pregnant by him. But I'm just saying, when you are approached by a guy, you're not off the cuff unless you got some major discernment. You're not going to be able to see, oh, this man is abusive. You're not going to see that right out the gate. So I just think it's unfair for you to put that all on her as if it's her fault why she's in this situation. She's doing something about it because she experienced this. She got the restraining order and now she's fighting for custody. Again, I don't see nothing wrong with it because it would be a different situation if they just broke up. There was no abuse whatsoever and she just tried to get full custody. That's different. But he was violent towards her. So, yeah, the mama bear in me, I'm going to go in protection mode all day long when it comes to mine.
It's a game. It's a dirty ass game. And I don't agree with that. What's wow? Yeah, we really don't know what happened. No, well, there's no story. I mean, there probably is a story. I haven't really read into it. All I know is he put his hands on her. And like I said, it's not right, but it's not right to, it's just all not right. Like I said, she played the game. She was how she was supposed to play it. That's exactly what you need to do. That's exactly what you need to do. But I just think it's a dirty game. Either way. And the child gets caught in the middle of it. And it's sad. It's very, very sad.
I mean, the fact that you keep saying it's a game is really weird to me. Because I don't think any woman who's ever been in an abusive situation would look at that as a game. The fact that this woman has showed pictures of bruises, of her chipped tooth, how do you equate that as a game? Like, I personally have never been in an abusive relationship, but I know of women around me that has. And listening to their stories, listening to what they went through, that's not a game. So the fact that you keep calling it a game is weird. But a woman, a mother, protecting her child, that's not a game either. And again, I think the reason why you can't see this correctly is because you're putting your personal feelings into it. You're putting your personal situation of what you went through, and you're trying to lump it into what is going on between Halle and DDG. And again, it is not the same. And I think it's weird for you to say that because she's trying to protect her child from someone who's clearly unstable mentally is playing a weird game. That's weird to me, that you would equate a mother protecting her child as playing a game.
No, that's not why, Kayla. Kayla, that's not why at all, baby. You don't know my situation. You know what I mean? I think that more women than we would like get abused in relationships, get physically abused in relationships. And I guess.
I think it's weird that you tried to shut this person down because I'm assuming they was bringing to the table that you yourself was in an abusive relationship, and you shut this commenter down by saying you don't know my situation, but yet you're speaking freely on Halle's and DDG's situation, and you're making statements almost seeming as if you're blaming Halle or saying that she's wrong for filing for full custody of her child when she was literally physically abused by the father of his child. I think it's weird that it's okay for you to speak on their situation, even though you don't fully know their situation. You don't know what all Halle went through in that situation. You don't know how many times this man was physically abusive to her or verbally abusive to her. You don't know if he was doing it in front of their son. So it's a lot of things that you don't know about this situation, but when somebody brought your stuff out there, it was, well, you can't speak on my situation because you don't know what I went through. You see what I'm saying? Like, it can't be, you can't have it both ways.
But like I said, if you're gonna play that dirty game, that's the way to play it. That is the way to play it, 100%. 100%. I just don't know, you guys. Like, what's wrong with me? Why couldn't I play the dirty ass game? Like, why didn't I? I don't regret not playing that dirty ass game because that's just not in me. But like, I wonder what it is inside of me that made it so I couldn't play that dirty ass game. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna ask my mama. People be so quick to hurt others these days. Yes, they do. No hesitation, honey. No hesitation. I wonder how old he is. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I definitely think that's what it was, Mom, in my situation. Like, at the end, I know that I had put my kids through so much that, like, I was really not trying to put them through more. But, girl, backfired on me, didn't it?
So when Olivia asked the question, why is it that she wasn't able to play this same game when it came to her situation, she said she was going to ask her mom, which I thought that was a little weird, but her mom replied, and the response that her mother gave her in the comments was that because we're from LA, And people in LA don't do people dirty. There is no need to hurt children in any situation. They come first. I could say a lot on this statement because it's interesting that she had this response, but yet there's a lot of stuff that goes on Liv's YouTube channel when it comes to her children, and Stella is nowhere to be found. There's nothing that she's saying that is, making it to where Olivia feels that she doesn't need to do certain things. Now, I will say, since I've really been reacting to Olivia and I've been saying the things I've been saying, I do see her trying to change some stuff up over there. And I'm really hoping that this is just not for the camera, but I'm hoping it's because she truly recognizes that this is not the way she needs to be to her children. She does not need to be cussing and doing all this stuff around her children. I'm hoping it's not just for the camera, but I'm really hoping that she's listening to what's being said over here and she's really applying it to her life, because that is not a good look, and it's definitely not a good look for this to be her mother's response, and yet it seems like she hasn't said anything to Olivia to have her do things differently when it comes to her children.
I don't know. It's just, like I said, it is a game, okay? Whoever can get to the cops first, whoever can sell their story first. I don't care. That's just what it is. Like, in any situation, like, I can sit here all day and say, oh, I was abused, because I was. What the fuck? You think my first kid's father wasn't putting his hands on me? Hell yeah, he was. Right in front of the kids. Does that mean I didn't slap the shit out of him, or I didn't do something to him, or no? We both made a lot of mistakes. And in that situation, he played the game. He ran to the police. I never ran to the police, and that is just a game. If you're with somebody, let me tell you guys something. Even if she never hit him or she never did nothing to him, right? Let's just say she never did. You're still with a person, and I wonder how long they were together. The person you are with, you mirror them. You mirror them. You're with that person because that person is you. Do you understand? Yes, you attract what you are. So for us to sit here and say she's 100% innocent, she's never done nothing to him, I doubt that. Or she's never done nothing physical to him, I doubt that. No, I'm sure she's put her hands on him too. But it was probably a situation where it was the last time he put his hands on her, and the right person got in her ear and said, look, we need to go to the police right now, file this so you can get the baby. He probably threatened to take the baby, because that's what these men like to do. They love to say, I'm gonna take the baby. And right when they say that, then women start getting scared. Okay. And that's probably what she did. She went straight to the police. It's not the first time. I know that's not the first time. Like I said, I don't know how long they were together. But I remember when she got pregnant, she was hiding it and shit. People were saying, like, they'd broken up a few times. Like, they had a rocky relationship since the jump. So, like I said, I'm not excusing what he did to her. Not at all. It's not okay. And I feel like he should get locked up. If he really did that to her, he should go to jail. But when you start playing about people's kids, I just can't get down with that. I can't.
Again, I can't believe you're saying what you're saying, Olivia. So it's like you're trying to justify in your mind that some kind of way Halle just has to be guilty in this situation. So in your mind, you feel, well, if he hit her, I'm pretty sure that Halle was doing something too to, either she was hitting him as well, like she's not innocent. Like, so do you feel all women that go through abusive situations with their husbands, with their boyfriends, that some kind of way it was something that they did to deserve that? Are you saying that every situation where a woman is being physically abused, she's also physically abusing the man too? Or is it in some situations where the woman is just laying there being beat? Or is there some situations where the woman is fighting back because she's getting tired of being beat on? Like, Olivia, you sound very ignorant. And I think it's very hurtful and just very distasteful for you to just blurt this out of your mouth and you don't even know who's watching. Like, you probably got people that's watching your video who has actually been in an abusive situation And what you're describing was not their situation, Olivia. Now, just because you may have got kicks out of being beat on or fighting him too, you think that's normal? It's not normal. I don't care if y'all are just throwing blows at each other. That's not normal. I don't care what the situation is. A man should never put his hands on a woman. Period. But I don't know what else to say, y'all. I can't believe this is her argument. And I think it's very sad because you are a whole woman, Olivia, who has been in this situation multiple times. And you literally believe that women are not innocent if they are in an abusive relationship. Some kind of way they did something to warrant that type of response from a man. That really does speak a lot to where you are mentally. And I don't know, it just makes me even more sad for you.
I can't and I won't. And I don't think if a man or a woman hits their significant other, I don't think that means they're going to beat their kids. It could mean that, but I don't think that. I don't think like that. I just think that people get caught up in the heat of the moment. They don't respect you. They don't love you. But that love doesn't mean the way a person loves another person, that doesn't like mean that's the way they love their kids. Not at all. Some people, yeah, but no. Like, you guys always make excuses for my ex. Oh, he's a horrible partner, but that doesn't mean he's not a good dad. I think they both can go one and the same, but I think also it can be separated. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. It's just, it's a horrible situation, and I feel really bad for both of them. All three of them, the baby included. I feel especially bad for the baby. But, you know what? It is what it is. He gonna learn today, honey. He gonna learn today. She.
So the fact that you said that you don't think it's possible for a man to be abusive to a woman but not be abusive to the child. For you to say, I don't think that's possible, but then say, well, it could happen, is wild to me. So the fact that you can say it could happen, what do you think is going on in the mind of Halle? That's what she's going off of. If he could be physically abusive to me, then it's possible that he can be physically abusive to our child. You get it? Like, that proves my point, what you just said. And that's why what you're saying makes no sense, Olivia. You do not know their situation. You do not know how long this has been going on. You don't know to what degree she's been going through this. And what has happened, even if it was in front of the child or not, we don't know that either. So it's a lot of things that you don't know. And for you to say it's possible, like, girl, let this woman do what she feel is right. Because I don't get from Halle that she is a person who would just intentionally take her child away from DDG. There had to be something very severe that would make her go in this direction. And obviously, just based off of what is coming out right now, it makes sense why she's moving the way she's moving.
Or don't have kids. Yeah, that's true. Oh, let me block you. Yeah, you guys won't be in here addressing my mother at all. That whole disrespecting mamas and ish. Oh, we don't do that over here, honey. We don't do that over here. You want to disrespect somebody's mama? Go disrespect your own mama. You will never disrespect mine, honey. Okay? Not for a second.
But Olivia, you do that over there. And I'm going to need you to keep that same energy that you have right here. Let's continue that all the way until you no longer are operating from that channel, because I don't have a problem with the fact that you're saying don't disrespect my mother. I definitely don't have a problem with that. But the problem is it's not fair for you to hold this standard when it comes to nobody being able to disrespect your mother, but it's okay for you to disrespect other people's mothers. Again, you treat people the way you want to be treated. So, although what you said is correct, no one should disrespect your mother. You need to make sure you're not disrespecting other people's mothers. And I don't know what the comment was towards your mother, but if anyone has a valid point or they're speaking something that is true when it comes to your mother, you can't look at that as being disrespectful because people are calling your mom out. Because I call your mom out over here too, but I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just speaking on things that need to be spoken on. There's a way you speak on situations or on people without going into a realm of disrespect. So I just need you to also understand the difference between that, because people do have opinions, because there is a lot of things that you've shown and there's a lot of things that your mom has co-signed on your behalf that should not have been co-signed. And so if people want to express their feelings on that, they should be able to without you shutting them down because they're saying something in regards to your mom.
Okay, I did the dishes. I'm gonna make spaghetti tonight. But first things first, I have to sweep and I have to mop. I have ants in my house because AJ gets food everywhere and I haven't swept in about a week. So don't judge me. I have to sweep and I gotta mop. So that's what I'm gonna do next. I'm just gonna clean off the counters, clean the stove, and then sweep and mop. Yes, the baby is sleeping. You're welcome, girl. Get on it, love. Get on it. Look, honey. You can start today, baby, or you can start this week or next week, whatever. I promise in a year from now, you will be so proud of yourself. You will be so proud of yourself, and the GLP-1 is going to work amazing for you. You're going to lose so much weight, so you better get ready, girl. Get ready. That weight is going to come falling off you, okay? But you're so welcome. Keep me updated, okay? I want to know your progress. My girlies who get on the GLP-1 through LifeRx, they always share with me their progress. My girls have lost 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds. Like, they're losing it. The weight is just dropping. Girl, me too. They are so bad this year. Yeah, I've never seen ants in this apartment. But I don't know where the hell they're coming from. They're coming from one of these doors. So we're going to have to kill them off right now. We're going to vacuum them up. Because they're on the rug. So we're going to vacuum them up. And yeah, what time is it? 3:03. Okay, it's still early. But Kailani is sleeping, if you guys are wondering. What did my mom say? My little prince AJ. I know, he is so perfect. He is. AJ is a character, you guys. Let me tell you, AJ is so funny. Oh my god, I need to show you this picture, you guys. It is so freaking cute. My babies love each other so much. Look at this picture. Look at AJ, y'all. Look at him. This was this morning. Kailani like knows when he's about to leave. So he was like sitting on the floor right there waiting for me to get her ready. And then she was done getting ready and she walked up to him and she just gave him a hug. And she was just on him. And I'm like, oh, they're so cute. They love each other so much. I love that for them.
If you are letting your kids walk around eating snacks or what have you, all the time, and you're not vacuuming your house for a whole week, then you can't be surprised that you're experiencing what you're experiencing. You should definitely keep up your home better, especially with you having little children. You gotta make sure you're staying on top of that. And I don't know what to say, but I never let my kids just walk around the house eating food like they eat at the table. You need to give them one location where they eat their food, whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. They need to be confined in one specific area, not just walking around the house, just eating whatever. No. But you definitely need to make sure that you are vacuuming on a daily basis, especially with you having little babies. Or not babies, but you know what I mean. You got younger kids.
I will live. Thank you, baby. Okay, yeah, keep me updated. I want to know how much weight you lose. Like I said, I'm going to get super serious. I know I've been saying that for weeks, for months. But I'm deciding that I'm going to get a gym membership and I might get a trainer just to help me with the strength training. because I need to switch it up. I need to do something different. I need to have a lot of strength training. Just somebody who can show me the ropes around the gym. And yeah, we're gonna start the gym very soon. And it's a gym. It's a good gym. Oh my God, yo. Let me tell you what AJ did last night. So we all fell asleep. We fell asleep pretty early last night. And I don't know, it was like around, I don't even know, like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. And I wake up, Kailani's awake in her bed, and AJ's chilling. AJ's like chilling on the bed watching his EC. And I wake up, we all fell asleep together, like I said, but I wake up and they're up. And I don't know, maybe Kailani woke up and then she woke him up. Maybe she was crying. No, she couldn't have been crying because I would have heard her ass. I don't know what happened. But I woke up. Tell me why this baby, okay, is covered in chocolate. Covered in chocolate. Chocolate all over her face, chocolate all over her onesie. And then I look at AJ, he has chocolate on his face. And I'm like, what the heck? And I had these chocolate blueberries in here on the counter. I thought AJ couldn't reach them. Baby, they got chocolate blueberries everywhere. Literally everywhere. I had to clean all that ish up last night. And now there's freaking chocolate in the dang, in the carpet. I don't know how the hell they get chocolate in the carpet. Oh my God. I should have took a picture of Kailani because she had chocolate all over her face. It was really cute, but I was so irritated. I was like, really, AJ? Really, bro? Well, he shared with his sister. Oh my God, you guys. Chocolate everywhere. I was like, that's nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. So yeah, I just saw the damn chocolate on the floor when I walked back over here. I'm like, what the hell? I need to get it off the carpet. Oh my gosh. Just a mess, you guys. Just a mess. Oh, yeah. Kids, right? Can't live with them. Can't live without them. He's just too smart for his own good. That's what it is. AJ is too darn smart. He's too darn smart, you guys. He's adorable. Yeah, he is adorable, but he's a bad butt. He's a bad butt sometimes. Like, he's been trying to get that chocolate too. Like, every night. He's like, Mommy, give me the chocolate. I'm like, no, you cannot have chocolate. I'm not giving you chocolate. But shit, last night he was like, I'm gonna get my chocolate. I wonder what happened. He probably just woke up, remembered the chocolate was right there, saw that I was sleeping. How sneaky. Little sneaky sneak.
I mean, yes, AJ definitely is smart. We all know he's smart, but him getting into that has really nothing to do with him being smart. Like, all kids are that way. You think kids are not paying attention, but they are very much paying attention. You think kids don't know when is the best time to go off and meddle with some stuff? Oh, they are very aware. They be scoping the environment. Like, that's all kids. Kids definitely get into stuff, which is why, parents know that you put stuff up, you lock stuff up, you put things out of reach, because I'm telling you, a child will find the smallest thing if they can. If you allow them preoccupied or by themselves long enough, they gonna get into some mess. So it's not so much a factor of being smart. I mean, those are just kids. Kids do that. But I can only imagine what that looked like for both of them to be covered in chocolate. And I mean, I guess AJ was like, shoot, if I'm gonna get in trouble for this, I'm gonna have Kalani right there along with me, so I don't have to take full blame. I could definitely see AJ doing that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble, but I ain't gonna be the only one that's gonna get in trouble. But yeah, I think that would have been a sight to see.
Yeah, he's very smart. And it was dark chocolate too. Dark chocolate. Look, and they're all over here by my door. Oh my God. Like, they're little bowls. They're little bowls of chocolate. Okay, so that's okay. I'm gonna get these counters. Gonna get this floor. I love that wig. Thank you, love. He's driven, girl. I'm telling you, he's so smart, AJ. He really is. And when he gets older, like when he starts school, I'm gonna have him like in advanced classes and everything. Like, I want to maximize his potential for real. I mean, Kailani too. Kailani's so smart, you guys. She's talking already. She's talking. You can have a full-on a full-on conversation with her. He's already my best friend. AJ's my best little friend. He really is. He's so smart.
And I think that's where lies the problem. I think you're viewing your child as a friend or as a best friend versus as your child. So if you are putting yourself, if you're saying that AJ is your best friend, that is the level that you have put yourself on when it comes to AJ. He's a friend. He's on the friend level, which is why AJ doesn't take you seriously, which is why AJ doesn't listen to you, because you put yourself on a friend level. And I don't know how to feel about that, because you say AJ is your best friend and AJ's 3. You know, something just don't sound right with that. Now, I can see your child, you know, being an adult, and you say, you know, he's my best friend. That's different. But he's a 3-year-old child. That's a little weird. But I think because you view your children as friends, that's why they don't respect you as a parent. Now, as far as you saying Kalani is speaking full sentences, I think that was a stretch. I would love to hear her speak, but I don't think she's speaking full sentences. I think you kind of stretched a little bit on that. Now, as far as you saying that you wanted to maximize on the intelligence that AJ has, you know, by putting him in advanced classes once he get into school, I know I have spoke over here about, you know, maximizing his intelligence by incorporating things that you can do with him at home. But as far as you saying that you want to put him in advanced classes at school, it doesn't really work that way. He would literally have to test out when it comes to like the basic classes in order for the school to be able to make that judgment call if he is, you know, proficient to, you know, go to more of an advanced class. But you can't demand that off the rip. He has to literally be tested out to see if he qualifies. But if you really want to maximize on the intelligence that AJ is already, you know, distributing, you can definitely do that while he's in your care. And there's so many different tools that you can incorporate to do that.
I hate pills. Thank you, y'all. Yeah, I can't wait to put him in stuff too. I'm going to put him in baseball as soon as he's old enough. And I know I've told you guys that a lot of times. And I'm going to put Kailani in ballet as soon as she's old enough. I know I have to wait probably like 3 or 4 more years. But I can't wait. I really feel like things like that was stolen from me with my first 3 kids. Unfortunately. But with these last 2, I'm going to have a lot of fun with them. He speaks so well. Yeah, he's very intelligent. Thank you, baby. Read every day. Yeah. Kailani is there right before him. He's going to go so far. Yeah, he does. Thank you, guys. Put AJ in jiu-jitsu. Yeah. I will, but I just think AJ, I don't know about jiu-jitsu. He might be trying to beat everybody up. Y'all know? AJ has a temper, okay? I don't know. I mean, he'll be okay. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Jen. You know, it's illegal to do jiu-jitsu. Like, when you learn it, your body is like a weapon. Your hands are like a weapon. You know what I mean? So I don't know about AJ doing that. He might beat up everybody. Not now. When he's, I know, but even when he's 7, Mom, like he's gonna be a good kid. I know AJ's gonna be a good kid, but you guys don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of things are hereditary, and I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna pray for the best. And I'm not saying he's gonna go out looking for a fight. I just feel like, you know, kids pick on kids. And it's like, I feel like if AJ gets picked on, he's gonna fight. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna beat somebody up. So it's just like, and then if he knows jujitsu, girl, it's over. He's gonna be okay. But we're gonna pray for the best, okay? Like I said, he's a good baby. And he doesn't try to hurt people. So I'm not saying he's gonna go out looking for the fight, but I'm just, you know, we're gonna oh my god, I know. Can you imagine Kailani in ballet? So cute. Oh my god, I'm gonna have so much fun with her, doing her hair for her ballet, and oh my god, it's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be really fun.
Again, I don't quite know how to feel about this because on one hand, yeah, I like the fact that she's excited about making plans for, you know, what she's going to do when it comes to AJ, putting him in baseball, when it comes to Kalani, putting her in ballet. But on the flip side, it's like, but you didn't have the same energy with your other three. And although you're saying you was robbed of being able to do this, your oldest two were old enough to be put in different activities when they were in your care, and you never did that. So I'm just really confused. Like, was you really robbed? Because you had every opportunity. Even when you and Gerard was together, that wasn't something that you did. You wasn't putting Christian in like Little League baseball or Little League basketball or Little League football. We didn't see, you know, the oldest Robin or we didn't see the oldest daughter in any type of extracurricular activities. You didn't put her in ballet. You know, you didn't put her in gymnastics. Like, I'm just confused by this statement. And I don't know quite how to feel because, like I said, I really feel torn. I want you to feel excited in doing things with your kids, but it's almost like, I don't know. And I get, you know, people evolve. They learn from their mistakes, but it just seems like you're separating the kids. And when I say separating, I mean you're picking and choosing what you want to do with your younger two versus when it comes to your older three. And I get the fact you don't have the older three in your primary care, but it just seems like you're treating your younger two differently than you treat your older three. And I don't know, it's just a weird vibe that I'm getting off of that. But for you to also say that you were concerned about AJ and you speaking of, you know, things being hereditary, I'm very curious where you were going in your mind with that. Are you saying that you're concerned that AJ may be problematic because you was a problematic child? Are you concerned because he is Zolo's child? Like, I'm really curious what your thought process was because you didn't vocalize it, but you definitely was thinking it.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Rochelle. He will love basketball. Oh, baseball. Yeah, he will love baseball. I know he will. He'll love any sport that I put him in. AJ will do very well in. We're going to start with baseball, though. See how far that goes. But yeah, Rochelle, I know. So I'm just a little worried. But who knows? We'll see. I think if AJ has good male, like a good male direction in his life, I feel like he'll be just fine. You know what I mean? And by the time he's like 7 or 8 or whatever, I'm sure I'll be married, you know. So he'll have somebody, he'll have had somebody in his life for a while. But yeah, I think I'm just thinking of like right now.
Oh, wow. So you went from never wanting to get married to loving being single to back to wanting to be married to now you're predicting that you know you'll be married in the next 4 to 5 years because AJ's 3 right now. So if you're saying 7 or 8, by the time he's 7 or 8, you should be married. That means in the next 4 to 5 years, you plan on being married. I think that's interesting. I think that was a very interesting statement that you made there.
My middle son is an absolute sweetheart and has a huge heart. He definitely has a temper. And if someone says something to him, all bets are off. Yeah, That's how I feel with AJ too. I feel like he is a total sweetheart. He's a love bug. He's everything. But like I said, some things are hereditary. We've all seen the temper on the other side. And, I kind of have I wouldn't say I have a temper. I just have a way about me, So it's okay. I think AJ's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. I just, we have to just do better with that one. That's all. We got to do good. We got to do right by him. That's all. I have to do right by him.
Yeah, you definitely do need to do right by him. This is pretty much what I've been screaming from the rooftop. Hopefully, we will definitely see that going forward. But AJ, he definitely needs to feel love. He needs to feel affection. He needs to feel nurtured. He needs to feel compassion. Like, he's at an age where you can definitely turn things around, but he has seen a lot. He's witnessed a lot. He's experienced a lot. And it was coming from you. So if you really mean what you say right here, you got a lot of work to do, but it can be done. But again, she's speaking on the hereditary point. She says that we have seen the temper on the other side, and I believe she was making reference to Zolo. But then she said when it comes to her, she don't think she has a temper. She just has a way about her. Well, the fact that you say you just have a way about you, that is what is disturbing, because you definitely have a way that is not normal. And so I don't know if you're concerned about that, looking onto AJ and how that is going to transition into him as he gets older. But if you recognize these things, Olivia, like I said, you got a lot of work to do. It can be done, but you definitely have a lot of things you need to redirect, because what you would consider you have a way about you really spilt over onto AJ in how you treat him and how you talk to him. So, like I said, it can be done, but you definitely have to be consistent, because AJ is a very lovable child. He's a very lovable child, and I just really do hope you do right by him.
Let me block you. Yeah, the negativity, I have to work on it every single day to do better than y'all. Like, I cannot let that is what people want, and that's what they keep wanting out of me, and that's what they do. They come in here and they try to get me out of character to argue with them. No, I have to do better. I have to do better for myself. I can't argue with you guys. I don't care. Unfortunately, I just have to block you guys. And I feel bad blocking people, because I feel like people should be able to say what they want, but you're going to be respectful. If you guys want me to be respectful, you're going to be respectful. Even if you don't agree with me on something, even if you don't like me, you're still going to come at me with respect. And if you can't, it's okay. You just can't comment in here. Okay, guys? I'm sorry. You have to be careful with the man around you, especially if they're a drug dealer. Well, I've never dated a drug dealer. I had a crush on a drug dealer when I was like, how old was I? 19? His name was Kevin, and he was a white boy, and he was literally the drug dealer. And not my drug dealer. Well, I guess, because that was back in the day, and we used to smoke our ganja, okay, back in the day. I can't believe I was ever a smoker like that. Like, I mean, I wasn't a heavy smoker, just like with my friends, like we would smoke, that was like the cool thing to do. But and in LA, like everybody does that. Everyone does it. So, but yeah, he was like the hot thing back then. But other than that, yeah, I've never dated a drug dealer, baby. So I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Oh my gosh, Kayla. No. I don't want either one. No, I have no problem being single. You guys know how I am. I don't mind being single. I will be single for as long as I need to be. The next guy that I'm serious about, that I actually, yeah, it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. I have a lot to work on within myself. So don't worry about that, y'all. Like I said, I'm not looking for a boyfriend. I'm not looking for a man. I'm looking to get my shit together. For real. So don't worry about it, y'all. And the next guy will be screened. He will be vetted. He will be rich. He will be smart. He will be a godly man. He's going to be the best of the best, okay? That's why I said we have no problem waiting. That's what I'm saying, okay? I feel like you only get in that type of situation with like a weirdo is if you don't take your time. You know, you have to take your time and just work on you and become the best version of I've said this 1,000 times. Become the best version of yourself so you can find your counterpart. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not there yet for sure. I have a long way to go. Like I said, in this last shit that I just got done dealing with, girl, that just showed me even more. Like, girl, what are you doing? What are we doing? What are we doing, Liv? What are we doing?
Yeah, this recent situation you found yourself in, that was definitely a total hot mess. Hopefully, you're meaning what you say here, because it's definitely time for you to make this change for the better. You are literally about to be 35. You are not getting any younger. But I told y'all, she is listening. Like, she is listening, because this is what I just got through saying to her, that she really needed to like take this seriously and really make a change for the better when it comes to her life. You know, making these poor decisions, getting into these repetitive situations. It's getting old. Like, it's time for her to definitely make a change. And I also know that she's listening, because she's now speaking about how she is going to make sure going forward she's going to vet these men. And so, you know, I here's my thing. What you are wanting out of a man, you know, you want someone who has a solid background, you want someone who is wealthy, someone who is a godly man. Just know that all of these qualities that you are looking for, I'm not necessarily saying anything is wrong with it. But if this is what you're wanting the man to be able to bring to the table for you, you need to match that. So if you want a godly man, you need to become a godly woman. If you want to have a man that's wealthy, you need to bring some financial stability to the table as well. If you want a man that, you know, is intelligent, you need to bring that also to the table. So everything that you are desiring from a man, you need to make sure that you can contribute that too. Because the same way you're saying this is what you want, please believe there are men that also has a list of what they are looking for in a woman, right? So, like I said, I'm not saying anything is wrong with your list. I'm just saying make sure you have something to contribute, because, you know, it's only fair. But I'm glad that she is, again, admitting out loud that she has a lot of work to do, that she's not there. And this recent situation with her and Gerard showed her even more that she's not there. And this is why, Olivia, we have been saying repeatedly, you are not healed. It doesn't matter how many times you come on this live and say you're healed, it doesn't change the reality. So now you're seeing that you're really not healed, and you have a lot of work to do to get there. So hopefully you will put forth the effort. You really will do the work, and not just say you're going to do it, but actually do the work.
No, I feel you, Jade, but there's things on my list. Like all of us women, all of us people in general, we all have a list, things that we want to get done. And I just have a list of things. I'm not going to tell you guys what they are. I'm just going to show you guys, and I'm going to, like, you know, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do what I need to do for myself. And that's going to be that. But I have a list of things that I need to do even before I consider dating, you know? So I hear what you're saying though, Jade, but I'm just, even if I were to meet a guy and he seemed great, I would deny him right now. I would, because I don't need the distraction. I don't need the extra noise. I don't even have time. No, thank you. No, I'm not saying you date them, laugh out loud. You just have to be careful with certain men around your boy. Their minds are like sponges. Yeah, I agree.
So if you agree that AJ mind, Kalani's mind are like little sponges, if you really agree with that, even your oldest three, if you truly agree with that, then going forward, we should definitely not see you just doing what you was doing before. You know, just acting the way you was acting in front of your kids, talking the way you be talking in front of your kids. Like, it's a whole lot of behavior that would have to change up if you truly believe that going forward. Because you can't say in one breath, I know that their minds are like little sponges, and then in the next, you're just saying whatever and doing whatever in front of your kids, and you're not even looking at the fact that you're teaching them wrong behavior. So, once again, we hear you. Now we're just watching to see how this is going to play out.
When he was 4 months old, a man tried to get with me and my baby mean mugged him. Oh. I have to tell you something. What? You definitely have to pour into your cut. Yeah. Ooh, you had a dream about me buying a badass house? Ooh, I like that dream. Thank you for manifesting that for me. I don't know. I like that though, Cassandra. Shout out to you. Shout out to you and your dream. Mm. Oh, bye, Quinn X. You don't address my mama, baby. You don't address her. You address me first, and then you can talk to my mama. Mm-mm. No. No, Kevin was, I used to hang out in Pasadena. That was like my stomping grounds. So, like I said, everybody wanted a piece of Kevin, honey, okay? And Liv got him, of course. Of course I did. But like we never even did anything. We never did nothing. We just hung out and it was fun. Kevin was rich as hell. That's why I'm saying, like, it was so weird. He was a rich white boy from Pasadena, but he was a drug dealer. Like, boy, bye. He was not like that. It was fun. Yes, manifest that house, period. That was like one of the funnest nights. And I remember that night so good, so well. Like, I had been liking him for a while. And then like finally my homegirl and Jordan, y'all remember Jordan? My homegirl and my gay best friend, we went to Kevin's house because his family was like on vacation. He had a big ass house in the mountains. And it was just so freaking fun that night. It was so fun. It was super fun. We were just kids, you know, having fun. It was so much fun. Some vitamins. Birth control. I've never taken birth control a day in my life. No, ma'am.
I mean, that says a lot. That says a lot. But my question is, does that include, like, are we including, like, everything birth control? Because we know there is a array of, you know, different types of birth control. And we also know condoms is also considered a birth control. So I'm just wondering, does that mean that condoms are not being used either? Like, I cannot just wrap my mind around women just being out here not using protection. Like, it's one thing for you to be taking a pill to prevent from getting pregnant, but we're not using condoms? Because she said that with her chest. I don't know. That's just strange to me. I don't get it.
Christian King. I don't know. I never was interested in giving my kids the name King or Queen or Prince or My mom did like King. She did. She really did like King. But I didn't like it. I don't know. I feel like that's just like, I feel like if I gave one kid King and not the other kids King and Queen, like, you know what I mean? Like, how am I going to have one kid named King or King or something, you know? And the other ones are just like, what, are they peasants? The kings and the peasants? Like, nah. Mm-mm. There's a worm in my house. A worm. What the fuck is this? Oh my God, I just said I'm not gonna cuss. What is this? Ew. What is this? Oh my God, I'm so disgusted right now. You guys. I feel like it's crawling on me. Where did it come from? What the hell is this? I'm really trying to think. No, I would die. put a glove on and take it outside. Mom, no. I don't even want to sweep this. Let me calm down. I don't even want to sweep this thing up. But I'm like really concerned. Why is there a worm in here? I never seen a worm in here. I never seen it. I'm so confused. Girl, I can't stand bugs. Me neither. And it's a worm. Ew, I haven't seen a worm in so long. What the fudge-in-the-cake is going on here? Ew, the way it's moving. Y'all want to see it? Oh my god, y'all want to see it? I'm going to show it to you anyway. Maybe you guys can tell me what the hell this is. I don't even understand this. Because I don't even remember worms having tentacles. What the fuck is this? Look. Look! It's long! Ew, it has tentacles! What the fudge, bro? You said please no. Bro. Like, I could see if it was small, I'd be like, oh, if it's like a maggot or something. This is so random. Okay, Olivia, let's go. Come on, I gotta just pick it up. I'm almost time for this. Okay, let me just sweep it up. Let me just sweep it up. Imagine if it sweeps onto me. Oh my god, I'm gonna scream. You guys are gonna hear the... This might be a centipede. Yeah, it might be. How would a centipede get in my house, though? And where the fuck do they come from? Centipedes have tentacles? Ugh. Ugh. Sorry, worm. Today is not your day, babe. Well, it's not dead. It's just going into the trash. That will go into the dumpster. And we'll just hope and pray that he finds his way out, right? I feel bad killing him, too, but you know what? It's either my life or yours, babe. And I'm not ready to go.
Yeah, I believe that was a centipede. That's what it looked like to me. I do not like any type of bugs, critters, creepy crawly things at all. That would have gave me the creeps. And the fact that she was just looking away from it, like, girl, if I saw something like that, I'm trying to get rid of it immediately. I'm not fenced to look away because, for all you know, that thing would have just crawled somewhere else and then you don't know where it went. Like, I don't do bugs at all. So... my suggestion to you, Olivia, because I'm just like, is this common in Texas? Like, you got centipedes, you dealing with flies, you dealing with ants, you dealing with spiders, you was dealing with roaches. I'm just like, you had what was that? She had a whole grasshopper in the house. I'm just like, what is happening? What is going on in your place? Like, why are you attracting all these critters and crawly bug things? Like, it's weird. But, yeah, my suggestion to you is to go to Home Depot or Lowe's, get you some home defense spray. You need to spray all around the corners of your house. You need to spray outside of your front door. You need to spray outside the balcony door. Yeah, you need to just spray around your home, around the walls. And I would suggest you do it when your kids are asleep. But yeah, that would be my best bet. That home defense spray is the truth. I usually keep it sprayed in my garage because I don't like seeing bugs even in my garage. Like, we're going to eliminate it altogether. So, but it does work. They do recommend you do it every 6 months, and it definitely works, you know, for real. So that would be my suggestion to you because you definitely deal with a lot of critters. And that home defense spray gets rid of a lot of that stuff. But y'all, with that being said, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. It's OneLove, and I'm out.